Local police claim that Zimmerman claimed that it was self-defense, that he used when he killed this 17-year-old kid, even though it was Zimmerman who followed and eventually shot and killed Trayvon. And even though Trayvon was unarmed and all he had was Skittles, and an iced tea. It turns out in the state of Florida in 2005, then Governor Jeb Bush signed a Stand Your Ground law. So what that means is a Stand Your Ground law in Florida. Under that law, it makes it very, very easy to claim self-defense. Even if you actually aren't being threatened. So if a 17-year-old has a bag of Skittles and you have a gun and you find those Skittles threatening, in Florida law, you can use deadly force against the kid with the Skittles. Mother Jones magazine reports that, quote, many Orlando area cops reportedly have given up investigating self-defense cases as a result of the law, referring them to the overloaded state's attorney's office for action. Also, a 2010 study by the Tampa Bay Times found that justifiable homicides have tripled. They have tripled in the state since that law went into effect. Justifiable homicides have tripled since it went into effect. Mother Jones also reports another example of how crazy this Florida law actually is. It found, quote, in Tallahassee in 2008, 2 rival gangs engaged in a neighborhood shootout, and a 15-year-old African-American male was killed in the crossfire. The 3 defendants all either were acquitted or had their cases dismissed because the defense successfully argued that they were defending themselves under the Stand Your Ground law. All right, look, obviously, everyone, if someone is in actual danger, they have a right to actually defend themselves. Obviously, if you're in danger, you have a right to defend yourself. But again, all evidence in this case looks like the person who was in danger the entire time was Trayvon. It looks like Zimmerman was the aggressor in every single instance. The only thing it appears, everything that's out there right now shows the only thing that Trayvon was guilty of was being African American. That really is it. That really seems like that's the only thing. In fact, when the Stand Your Ground law, when it was being debated a few years ago, before it was passed, Florida State Senator Steve Geller said about the law, he said, quote, I don't think you ought to be able to kill people that are walking towards you on the street because of this subjective belief that you're worried that they may get in a fight with you. End quote. And that's what happened. That's what happened, and that's what a lot of people are using this law for. Under this law, it looks like you pretty much can kill somebody. All you have to do is claim self-defense. And look, while there's nothing wrong with something like Neighborhood Watch, there's nothing wrong with that. That's, it's a good thing being involved in your community. It turns out that Zimmerman wasn't actually a member of a registered Neighborhood Watch group. And under Neighborhood Watch guidelines, the guidelines under Neighborhood Watch actually say carrying a weapon is not allowed.